Hello and welcome to my channel. Yes, I can still barely talk, but we're here to choose books for Battle of the Bands, and I am so excited. First of all, I am on Team Nico, who is right down here at the bottom, the best team, the green team, if you will, and we are going to win this thing. However, I would like to try to read all 20 of the prompts. So I have signed up to be an encore reader, which means that I can read all 20 prompts and then I can go back and double up on 5 of those prompts. Now, the one thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to pick my double ups yet because there will be 5 of them that are general enough that I can make them fit when I get to the end. Like I can pick 5 books that I still have on my TBR and they'll go in one of these things. So I'm going to be starting up here at Team Ian. Here's how this works. If you don't know about this readathon, it was created by Jake at the Bookish Drummer and his wife Stacy. I will link him down below. He is Team Jake over there. And with the way it works is my team for Nico, when I read any of the prompts 16 to 20, my team gains points. But if I read any of the prompts 1 through 15, those teams lose points. So I spend 15 books attacking other teams and 5 books gaining points for my team. That's the way these Battle of the Bands work every time. This time, though, the theme was the leader choice or something like that. I forgot what it's called, but captain choice. So the captains actually picked their 5. Well, they picked a bunch of favorite songs, but they narrowed it down to 5 favorite songs. And that's where they got the prompts from. So I am going to start with Team Ian up here and pick the 5 books that I'm going to use to attack them. And this is where I'm going to keep the ones that I'm picking. Stacy is amazing, Jake's wife, and she actually makes all of these, all the graphics. And then this is the encore. Actually, what I think I might do is put it, oh, it won't quite fit, almost fit. Okay, let me put it over here. And then I'll scoot these this way. There we go. And now I have room for all 25 of the books that I'm hoping to read. But you guys know I am trying to get as many of my TBR books on here as possible. And I am filming this one after I picked my Aurelium Academy books. So I do have a few extra to play around with from the Aurelium books as well. Okay, so I'm still covering it up, but you can see mostly all the other books that have been added in. So now we have to go here and look at prompt number 1. When You Were Young by the Killers. Read a captain's childhood or teenage fave. Now, one of the rules of this is that the books that we pick have to be over 150 pages, except for this one. So here's what I'm doing is I am picking the shortest book over here that I can find. And first of all, somebody picked a 1,200 page book as their favorite book, The Count of Monte Cristo. Nala and Nico, 2 people did that. Listen, Nico is my team captain, so I'm going to support him in every way. But I'm going to say, Nico, I hope nobody on our team reads a 1,200 page book for this readathon. So I think I'm going to go with Stacy's, one of her favorites, which is Roald Dahl's book, The Twits. And I have never read this before, but it's only 112 pages. And I feel like that would be a cute little, let's listen to this, because none of these books are already on my TBR. I can tell you that for sure. So that's what we're going to do. The Twits by by Roald Dahl. R.A. What? Oh my goodness. What a cover. All right. 1 book down, 19 more to go. Book number 2, Bad Desire by Noah Gunderson, a book with a villain or a morally gray main character. Oh my gosh, I can't even find my list anymore. I've been doing so many things. Okay, the main character is morally gray. I'm going to go, oh, I can't read that this time. Okay, I think this has a main character that is morally gray, just based on what the synopsis says right here. So the eyes are the best part is what I'm going to add. Such a departure from the twits to the eyes are the best part. Okay, number 3, Signed, Sealed, Delivered, I'm Yours by Stevie Wonder, a book that was gifted to you. Okay, let me go over here and look because I know that I have at least one. Okay, Sympathy for the Devil right here. But I want to start that one before April. So I'm not going to I'm not going to count that one. Oh, Grady Hendrix, Witchcraft for Wayward Girls. My son got me that from Barnes and Noble. So that was gifted to me. Awesome. Number 4, Hide and Seek by Imogen Heap, a book chosen for you based on the scavenger hunt. Now, what is the scavenger hunt, you ask? It is right here. Hide and Seek scavenger hunt. I'm going to just make it a little bit large. Grab a book on your TBR or want to read. So let me grab one. I'm going to try not to read the rest of the things. I haven't looked at the whole thing in a few days anyway. So let me grab something. I've got Neon Gods by Katie Robert. Okay. Find another book with a higher page count. Oh my gosh. Neon Gods, Neon Gods, Neon Gods. Okay. 367 pages. Why did I grab like the thickest book I could see? Okay. The Spell Shop is 373 pages. So take the most prominent color on the cover and find another. So I'm going to say it's like the orangey, yellowy color on the front is the most predominant. I know this is not the book I'm reading, so I'm going to grab Seeds of War. That's similar colors. Okay. Then it says, take the 5th or last letter in that title and find a book whose title ends with that letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's an S. So it has to end in an S. Okay. I found Tower of Dogs ends in an S. Take one of the author's initials and find another book by an author who shares one of those initials. This is H.H. Miller, so H and M. Okay, right next to it was Grady Hendrix, which is an H. Find another book in the same series. This is not a series. Okay, I'm just going to skip that one because I looked in every book that I have, and I do not have a single series where the author's names are H or M. Okay, that's not true. I just found one. Hold on. So let's say that this one ends with an S, Big Little Spells. And then, oh no, take one of the initials. Okay, I did it. H, Hazel Beck, Big Little Spells. Then it says find another book in the same series. I have 2 more books in this series. So we're going to go with this book in the series. Pick something on the cover and find a book with that in the title. Well, at least we have a lot of stuff. We have a moon and a crystal and a candle and a house, multiple houses, and a book and a spider web and some plants. Y'all, oh my gosh. Okay, it says find something on the cover and then find a book with that title, and that's what I get to read. I mean, I'm going to go with the Spell Shop unless I can find something that specifically fits this. I mean, I have books on my shelf like Nevernight and Thornhedge, Desert Creatures. There are no desert creatures on this, but there are 4 different places on here, and one of them definitely looks like it could be a spell shop. So I'm just saying, it's definitely a shop. So I'm going with the Spell Shop. I've been wanting to read this book, and I keep forgetting about it. So anyway, that's the scavenger hunt. It says at the top, do the best that you can do. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay, number 5, New York State of Mind by Billy Joel, a book set in a big city. I can definitely find something on my list already that's set in a big city. Oh, right here, The Maid's Secret. That's definitely set in a big city. It's set in Toronto. At least I think it is Toronto. Anyway, it's a big city in Canada. So there we go. There are the 5 books. I'm going to copy and move them down here, and I will just copy them in all the spaces that I can just fill them up with what goes in there. So Team Jake, One of These Days by Pink Floyd, a book you've been putting off. Okay, that's the wrong one. Let me look over here. What is a book I've been putting off? I mean, I want to say Meet Your Baker because I should have read that like a while ago and I didn't. But also Tower of Dogs is a book I've been putting off, but Tower of Dogs may end up taking me until June to read. So I'm going to say Meet Your Baker. It's been on my TBR for a while, and I definitely didn't read it the last time it was on there. All right, so there it is. Next, Team Jake. Rotten Peaches by Elton John, a book that takes place in a prison, jail, or dungeon. Oh, wow. Okay. I mean, nothing is jumping out at me right now. Oh, wait. The Prison Camp for J.R. Ward. Which one is it? A Bloom in Winter? Does that take place at the prison camp? Okay, let me see about it. I have 3 J.R. Ward books on my list. Okay, so he is from the prison camp, but they're not in the prison camp right now. So that doesn't count. Prison or a dungeon. You know what? The Witchcraft for Wayward Girls, they're being kind of imprisoned at this home. I wonder if they will let me count that. See, it's the Wellwood home in St. Augustine, Florida, where unwed mothers are hidden by their families to have their babies in secret and give them up for adoption. Everything the girls eat, every moment of their waking day, and everything they're allowed to talk about is strictly controlled by adults who claim they know what's best for them. I mean, that sounds like imprisonment to me. Okay, I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm telling you right now, Stacy, if you're watching this and this is breaking the rules, then just tell me and I'll fix it. Oh, I've already put it in here. I can't count it again. Man, what did I count it for? A book that was gifted to me. Okay, fine. A book that takes place in a prison, jail, or dungeon. And it just means like most of the book takes place there. Because surely it can't mean like the whole book takes place. Ooh, what kind of dungeon? Because I got a BDSM book and I'm sure they're in the dungeon. This Lexi Blake book. Oh, she's working at the restaurant top. Okay. Okay, whatever. Into the Drowning Deep. It doesn't take place in a prison or in a dungeon, but it does take place in the Mariana Trench, which is the deepest place in the world on Earth. So I'm wondering if this counts because they're stuck, right? They're trapped down there. Oh, this is hard for me to do. All right, Stacy and Jake, you're just going to have to tell me if I can count it. Because I want to. I don't want to have to pick more books. I already have 1 million books to read. Okay, I'm putting it in here. I'll just have to change it if I have to change it. Number 8, Late in the Evening by Paul Simon, a book with a word relating to evening in the title. Oh my gosh, I just can't right now. Like, my brain can't even think about things related to evening. So it could be night or it could be what? What other than night? Shadows? Shadows. Okay, shadows works. Shadows works. My son just called and to tell me something completely unrelated. And I said, hey, I have a question. Do you think shadows is an evening word? And he said, well, yeah, it's certainly more of an evening word than noon. I was like, okay, good. Okay, Buzzcut Season by Lord, a book featuring a character in military training or in a war. I just looked up one of the J.R. Ward books, not The Beloved. Yeah, A Bloom in Winter. A Bloom in Winter works. That means I have to read all 3 because that's the latest one. Oh, The Beloved works too because they're in a war with the Lessening Society. Why is my thing shaking like that? Please stop doing that. Okay, great. That goes there. Jake's are the hardest prompts so far. My Life by Billy Joel, a memoir or a book written in first person. A book written in first person or a memoir. I don't even like memoirs, Jake. Okay, what is going to be written in first person? Is Death on the Danube written in first person? Please say yes. How am I going to find that out? Oh, I have it though. I mean, that's not written in first person, but I have it on my Kindle. Let me look real quick. Okay, no, that's definitely not first person. You know what I would love to say as a memoir is this right here, The Diary of Edward the Hamster. But I can't read graphic novels and it has to be at least 100 pages. So, what if this Hilda thing is, and my father's, that's not till June. Okay, let me look at With My Dog Eyes and see what that is. Is that a memoir? No. And it's only 92 pages? Okay. I don't think any of these are going to be first person. I mean, they might be, and I just don't know. Oh, let me see Amal Unbound, just in case. But I don't know how many pages it is. It's 240. Okay. It doesn't seem like it is. Okay. Here's what I'm going to type. Short memoirs. I don't want essay length or short stories. I need it short-ish. Um, Martin Short, I must say. I mean, if I'm going to read one, I want it to at least be funny. I do love David Sedaris, but I've already read Me Talk Pretty One Day. I know this says memoirs with reasonably happy childhoods. Oh my gosh. This is what I don't like. Okay, here's memoirs that make you happy. Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson. I feel like that's not actually going to be. You Can Make This Place Beautiful by Maggie Smith. Oh my gosh. But see, I feel like if I read that, it's going to make me cry. I am not out here trying to be sad. Y'all clearly don't mind being sad when y'all read books, memoirs. I'm not trying to do that. A bittersweet study in both grief and joy. No. Tom Selleck, is he going to talk about his mustache? Because that's what I'm here for. The rest of it? Okay, I'm doing Tom Selleck. You never know. What? I wonder when he wrote this. What? First published in 2024? Okay. I thought this was way older than that, but okay. Okay. You never know. All right. I mean, I love Tom Selleck, but I don't want to not love him because honestly, when I read their memoirs, then the ideas that I have of them are shattered. Like, I need them to just be fine and there be nothing wrong with them. I understand that that's unrealistic and not a nice thing to do to another human being, but I need them to not be, I need them to make good choices and make good decisions. And I understand that people don't do that all the time. Anyway, memoirs make me sad. And Jake is making me read a memoir. Whatever. Okay, Team Nala. Let's get up here out of all of the Jakeness that we just did. Number 11, All In by Samuel J. A book you've committed to read. Well, I got about 60 of them over here that I have committed to read. So let's see what I'm going to go with. I guess I'm going to go with At Your Service, that Lexi Blake book that I was just looking at. Well, you know what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put the J.R. Ward book there right here because I need to read it before I can read The Beloved. I'm pretty sure mine has to come first and then The Beloved. If not, they're the other way around. And either way, it's fine. I did just realize, though, that these are not all the books I'm reading. I actually have some books over here that are not on that list. Wow. Okay. Let me fix that. Okay. I may have had a moment of panic when I just had to move all those books over here. But you know what? We're going to take a breath. We're going to be okay. I have a lot of books to read and I just keep adding more to the list. So we're going to do our best to not add any more. What am I doing? A book you've committed to read. Yeah, okay, I have a lot of those. Let's just grab one. I don't have to overthink it. Let's just grab one, okay? And we're going to pick The Secret Lives of Country Gentlemen. Is that an April book? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Okay, now, Team Nala, I need your third one. St. Elmo's Fire, Man in Motion by John Parr. No. Obsidian by Trevor Hall. Wait, what am I doing? How did I mess this up? A book you've committed to read. Okay, I already did J.R. Ward, not The Country Gentleman. A book with mystical elements or indigenous rep is what I need for number 12. There's a lot in here that has mystical elements. Okay, but I'm going to go with The Canticle of Leibowitz because that's what they're using to like rebuild their society. And so hopefully that will fit what I'm supposed to be doing here because I've gotten myself so mixed up. Okay, Nala, number 3, St. Elmo's Fire, a book featuring a character pursuing their dream or fulfilling their destiny. Okay, I'm going to put Death on the Danube in here because she is fulfilling her dream of traveling the world. There just happens to be death that has taken place while she's doing it. Okay. Number 3 from Nala. Number 4, Desert Rose by Sting, a book with beautiful prose or lush, detailed descriptions. Number 1, I don't know if these books have that in there. And if they do, I probably don't want to read them because I don't love books like that. And I can't read Hilda, even though they just said it had great prose. Oh, I can't read that either. That's not till June. Man. Okay, I'm going to go with Beartown because people have talked about the writing a lot. So I hope that the writing fits this Desert Rose for Beartown. All right. Number 5 for Nala is Uptown Girl by Billy Joel. I love that song. a book featuring characters from different walks of life coming together. So I can probably do that in a lot of different ways as well. People from different walks of life coming together. Okay, based on reading the rec, it seems like that there are a lot of people from different income brackets for sure, which I think means different places in their lives coming together, not necessarily to do good. What does it say? It just says coming together from different walks of life. So that's what I'm going with for the last one of Nala's. Now, Team Nico, my team, Widower by Make Them Suffer, a book with a character who has been widowed or who has lost a loved one. Okay, let me see what I have done over here. Remember that At Your Service I wanted to read? That is what I'm going to read for this one because she is a widow. Her husband has died and now she's gone to work at this restaurant. So that's what I'm going to read for that one. That was easy. Next, Walk Like a Man by Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, a book featuring a father figure. Okay, a book featuring a father figure. Okay, I'm going to see what I can do to change the maid's secret up here. A book set in a big city. Yeah, I'm going to move the maid's secret to down here because there is a very cute father figure that's in this book that I know is in this book. So I'm sure that I have other books that are set in a city. So an Absolutely Remarkable Thing is definitely set in a big city. I just read about it. And so I'm going to put that up here for the city. And I'm going to move the maid's secret down here for the father figure. Okay, number 3, Broken Survivors by Beast in Black, a book that explores a character's past trauma, hardship, or healing. A book that explores a character's past trauma, hardship, or healing. Okay. Okay, it says explores a character's past trauma. I mean, this book explores Amal's current trauma, not past trauma. Wow, these are very hard this time. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll do Sirens in Bliss because I know that it is exploring the past trauma of a couple of characters in that. How many pages are in Barracoon? Let me look at that too, because that might be even better. 200 pages. Okay, and it is about Cujo Lewis as told by himself when he was one of the last people who was brought across in the human trade, Atlantic human trade, before it was outlawed in the United States. So he shared his firsthand account with Zora Neale Hurston, who was a anthropologist. And then now Ibram X. Kendi has adapted it for young readers. And that's what I'm reading and then donating it to my library. So, it's listed as a memoir, y'all. Totally fine. I'm going to read about Tom Selleck and then I'm going to read about Barracoon for the past trauma because I know that has trauma. Okay. Snow Brigade by Mew. Y'all, here's what I need to tell y'all right now. Out of all of these 19 songs that I have said the title of so far, there's probably 4 of them that I know. What are y'all listening to? Like, I don't even know these bands. It's Beast in Black, Make Them Suffer, Mew. What? This is my team captain, Nico. I don't even know what you're listening to, who you are. Okay, a book featuring a character doing whatever they can to help someone they care about. Well, I like that. So let's see. I think I want to do A Sinister Revenge by Deanna Rayburn. I'm trying to give myself really happy books that are going to make me very happy in April because I'm going to be reading so many things, but she's always helping out people. So I'm going to put A Sinister Revenge as helping out someone they care about. And finally, Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by Billy Joel, a book that includes time jumps. Are you kidding me right now? What? How do I know if they include time jumps? Oh, Gate to Kagoshima is she goes back in time to feudal Japan. It's a time jump, and I'm counting it. I do not know what is happening in this month right now. I am so overwhelmed by the number of books that I have to read. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me take these are the books that I have to read for the whole first quarter. And I think that's what's blowing my mind is that there's so many of them on this page because it's all of them. So I need to get some things broken down. Mostly I need to get the May and June books off of this page because all they're doing is confusing me and making it harder for me to figure things out. So I'm going to get them off the page. I'm then going to add in the books over here that I don't already have over there. And I will feel better about myself and what I'm reading and how it all looks. But right now, I am overwhelmed by this. So it's almost dinner time. We're having date night. I'm going to go get ready and I'm just going to let all this go and not be stressing out about the number of books that I want to read in April. What a thing to be stressed about. Okay. That is going to do it for this episode, though. I hope that some of that was at least entertaining. I'm sure I gave you nothing to think about, but maybe you would like to share with me something that you have read that would fit one of these categories that is fun and short and doesn't make me use my brain. And we would all love to hear about it down below. Thank you so much for watching. It's going to be fine. It's fine. Fine. I'm fine. We're all fine. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.